I want to just quote from the news post here. So, and this underscores why I think it's going to be an interesting discussion. It says the story of necromancy runs through the core of the skill at every level, from skilling rituals that are crucial to return souls back to their rightful place in the city of to your growth in necromantic power that leads you to a final showdown with Raziel, the first necromancer. So it is really painting it as that story that starts at the beginning and goes with you throughout that entire venture to 120.
Mm-hmm.
And then we learned Go ahead, Questscaping.
It certainly makes it appeal more to me as a quester, because for your PVM types, there will be unlocks that drive it forward, just reaching the ability to do certain things more. But reaching story milestones will help drive it for the players like me, who are more of a minority, but I appreciate the thought.
Fair.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Abernathy.
I was going to say, yeah, definitely more of like, makes it more of a 4-quadrant update, right? Appeal to everyone.
And you know, at this point, you kind of need that with all the skills. You couldn't necessarily just put out something and have a launch that looked like divination at this point.
This is the moment.
Yeah, like
you can't just have a skill anymore. They are that important.
Mm-hmm.
Like ask yourself, how would we have seen divination differently if it actually shipped with proper lore? How would we have seen invention differently if it would have shipped with proper lore? And, you know, despite those first few days of it.
and working XP rates and whatnot.
Exactly.
Well, and
cannons.
I think it's important with this because it's with introducing necromancy as a combat skill and as a thing in RS, this is like the world building around it, right? Like they're doing it through quest, but they're really kind of giving it a foundation and a place so that it doesn't feel weird or out of nowhere. Because in the end, it's a combat skill, like you said. People are gonna, they're gonna level it up regardless. But I just feel like this gives it a purpose. This is something that 2010 RS wouldn't have done. But it's actually thought out to be like, okay, we're dropping this. All of a sudden, the player can raise the dead. Huh. Yeah. We need to write some backstory to this.
Yeah. Samus, because it was you who was saying in the pre-show that the Elder God Wars, it made a significant point of saying we are now raising soldiers from the dead to fight this war, and that's really bad.
Yeah.
So we need some story here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost playing catch up because with all those years of every other, and I had just combat skill, but it's just all that negative bias in the world. It's like, oh, necromancy's bad. We gotta figure out how we fit into that instead. So there's a lot of legwork to do.
Bit of PR, you know.
Yeah, PR corrections.